Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Gamehiker. I'm Steve. Aaron is with me.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So we are going to be playing Mega Man 2, the second of all the Mega Man games.
Is it really?
It is.
I mean, they didn't have like a mid-quel then?
Not in those days. I don't think the Game Boy Advance Abominations had happened yet. Not Game Boy Advance, regular Game Boy.
Well, I am given to understand that the original Mega Man series has such a deep and complex story that I'm surprised there isn't a story in between this one and the second one.
They really blew the opportunity to shed light on all the Robot Wars.
That's true.
So Mega Man 2, I played Mega Man 1 as a solo stream some time ago. It may make it to YouTube at some point. Mega Man 2 is kind of the quintessential Mega Man game that everyone thinks of and everyone loves.
It even has a pretty good rap that goes with it if you ever want to look for that.
It does, yeah. They did a fantastic job. And so this is the first game with 8 Robot Masters. The character portraits on the screen is new for this game, and it really sets the tone for the series from here on out.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of Mega Man, and this is coming from someone who doesn't play a whole lot of Mega Man, but seeing that screen just sort of like, sets up what you expect from like any Mega Man game.
Oh, yeah. Now, I tend to go against the grain, and I will argue that Mega Man 3 is the greatest of all the Mega Man games, at least for the original series. But we don't need to get into that. So,
well, I mean, I probably wouldn't, put a much of an argument. So I'd say, yeah, it's a Mega Man game. That's also a Mega Man game.
Right, exactly. So, you think that's the best one? Cool. I am not a fan of the series at all.
Well, to be fair, I'm not good at the series, and also not a fan of the series for that reason.
That does dampen things.
I think one of the things I always had an issue with going in was that I didn't really know what the expected order was,
right.
And I never wanted to go look it up. I always like to play a game and just figure things out. And
yeah, well, they expect you to do it through trial and error, which I can understand not having the patience for.
Right.
As a young boy in the mid-'80s.
Well, see, that was my problem, is I never actually played it in the mid-'80s. Like, if I had played it back then and just happened to have the system there and, only that one game to play to fill up my time as a kid, I probably would love the series now, but
sure. Yeah,
it wasn't there.
It was a pioneer of non-linearity, choosing your own path. And I think it was partially meant to extend the replay value of the games, too.
Oh, naturally. I mean, that's like the way a lot of games are. They're just designed to keep you playing, because you're paying, $60 for a game back then, which more like $90 a game.
Yep.
For something that can be you typically beaten in 2 hours if you know what you're doing.
Right. Yeah, so you either make the game super fun so you want to play it over and over again, or you make it super hard. I'm hoping
that was a pretty nice jump there.
Thank you. See if it was worth it. It
was not.
Yeah. Turns out if you have to do a crazy jump to get into somewhere, you should really have an escape plan.
Right, and you don't have any kind of items to help you out with that yet.
Nope, not yet.
Hey, look at that. You got a free life man there.
Yeah. Got it back. And I got the E-Tank. So that's a win overall.
I did not expect this game to actually be generous enough to actually make drops like that for you.
It's not that hard to get extra lives in Mega Man games.
Oh, that's good.
They really do want you to win. They just don't want it to be easy.
Right. So the first one we're taking on what was Metal Man?
This is Metal Man. Excuse me. Only a fool starts with anyone else, because Metal Man, he's a pretty easy boss. His weapon is just a straight upgrade of Mega Buster. It gives you 8 directional shot, and it gets you... It costs very little ammo.
I feel like the level should have been longer. Somehow I remember playing Mega Man games and thinking the levels were a lot longer than this.
I'm gonna be a loser and use save states to not flub the run. Yeah, it's funny going back to NES games and seeing just how short the levels often are. I actually felt that more in Mega Man 1 because they were like 3 screens long sometimes.
Right.
I'm probably not going to win this one.
Well, you can still keep trying. Up your health is almost gone.
I've got plenty of lives.
So I know you did a little sneak there, but oh, you're still there, aren't you?
Yeah. That's just so I don't have to replay the whole level.
Okay, that's fair.
I was coming in with like 2/3 health too, so.
Right. I hate like these kind of like bosses where like there's I mean I know he's not like hard because he's like your first one, but
yeah,
his fighting style is just so erratic.
Yeah, I think when it's when the tractor is pushing you towards the left side of the screen, it's a lot easier because you just focus on dodging instead of trying to keep your position.
Right. Well, that's your first one.
That's the first one. Metal Man is down.
And he got a power up. And it's taking its good, sweet time telling you about it.
Yep. Get equipped with Metal Blade.
So this is even before you had even like actual saves. So you got to remember your passwords.
Yeah.
If you're in the middle of this game.
Remember, I had a little notebook I kept on my NES. Now actually Metal Blades are good for 2 different bosses, but it's a little more fun to fight Woodman with Heat Man's weapon for reasons I will explain.
Okay.
So we'll go to Bubble Man first.
You know, it's funny. I never. I played the NES back in the day, but I don't think I had any games that actually required passwords, or at least ones that I never actually used passwords on.
Wow, that's really surprising. I mean, passwords lasted into the 16-bit era.
Yeah, they did. Like, I remember running into games on the Super Nintendo that required passwords and thinking, well, this is really weird. Why would this have passwords?
Right. So you never would guess, but those platforms drop.
Do they?
They certainly don't look like dropping platforms being giant steel girders.
Well, those frogs, like, they were kind of annoying. Like, I didn't know if they were going to actually hurt you, but they look like they're just small enough to be hard to hit.
Oh, yeah. If it has eyes, it'll probably hurt you.
That does sound like those things in life. That's why I find cars so unsettling.
I assume you're talking about the movie.
Yes, the movie Cars, not just the regular cars.
I've never successfully watched one of those, and I don't feel too bad about it.
Well, that's not too bad because they haven't successfully made one either.
Oh, good. So normally, I would just let the Metal Blade replace my Mega Buster, but I do want to have some shots left for Bubble Man.
Okay.
So I'll be using the Mega Buster for at least this one level.
Oh, look, underwater Metroids.
Yeah, it's surprising how frequently Metroids appear in other games.
Well, I mean, they don't get to appear in their own games very much, so they gotta find places to appear in other games.
Like QWERTY and Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Or Cubit, I think his name was. Alright, so I haven't blown it yet with these spikes. I'm pretty proud of myself about that. So,
you know, I think that was what I think that's what totally ruined me on Mega Man was I was starting to get used to everything else, and then I got to the spike level. I was like, no, not doing that.
It's particularly bizarre that Mega Man, being a robot, is so very, very buoyant that he jumps super high underwater. I never understood the logic of that.
Well, I mean, yeah, that doesn't make sense at all. I tried to come up with a good reason for it, but no, it doesn't really follow.
No, I mean, he must not be made of metal.
Well, I mean, he's supposed to be like an artificial boy, right? He actually puts on armor. Like, the armor isn't part of his body.
It's kind of hard to say how robotic he actually is.
I mean, you just have Dr. Light, who decided he was going to build his own robot kids, and that's just how it went.
Yeah, it's like most of the robot masters are straight up robots, but Mega Man is either cybernetically enhanced or an actual robot boy.
Right.
I never understood it. Alright, now I have to figure out how this menu works. There we go. Metal Blades. So I can shoot that way, I can shoot that way, I can shoot that way. Bubble Man doesn't really stand a chance against the might of the Metal Blades.
Alright, well look at us, we're already 2 robot masters down.
2 robot masters down.
Yeah, maybe we should pick this up next time then.
That seems like a good break point.
Alright, well we'll see you guys next time, and until then,
What weapons will I get? Good night.